Hello, welcome to
That's
the next video.
a Thessalia member.
Thanks for watching.
We need to help him.
Well, not thanks for watching, welcome. Hope you enjoy, and let's continue where we left off.
Leave it to me.
It's Rover. Take the Sentinel.
What happened here?
Dark tide creation swarms without warning. We'll overrun before we can...
Move aside. We'll clean up.
Thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
Plan to. I'm more excited for the big fight. Because I seen a clip where there's
It's
a big
too late,
fight.
my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have. I only beg. Don't let me die. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. The Thessalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved dark tide. It feeds on human despair. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption, all we can offer is the dignity of
My lady.
Matriarch of Thessalia. I understand the cruelty of such a choice.
Thessalia blood must be ended by Thessalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Thessalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Thessalia estate. It was Leviathan's
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on
that Septimontian gladiator. Ask...
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Thessalia Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons.
Acolyte Phoebe! A cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depth.
Rover. Avidius is...
I'll use my forte to defuse the family's antidote.
It will triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh.
O light of Genesis, shield us! As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source.
Let's put this to try. And it is time. Let's see how this turns out.
Ah. It's you. Forgive me. That you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of... I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes. I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tide Spawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalia Fells. I still want... But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me, countless Tide Spawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself. My hopes and dreams. From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the mind of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king. Bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory with the blood of the old king.
Let's see.
Phidias.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
The hunt ends here!
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
That's a story.
Speak of the dead. Will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up! Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth.
Wind calls, waves fall. I am the Tempest! Wind rises! The wicked will face
Gotcha.
judgment!
I'll show you.
The gates of hell!
My last breath.
This hunt shall never end.
More bullets for you. 3.
Wind calls, waves follow. Wind howls. Phidias, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not one of these monsters. This will be my final glory.
Let's see how this ends.
Phidias, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Lies within the dark tide. Wield the dark tide's own.
There must. That girl. Was she devoured by...
Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. Assimilates everything. It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? These false frequencies need me to... And I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate. It may be loud.
A memory left behind in the dark. She's right. I still haven't moved.
The move? To move? I believe it's will to move. But I also find this rad.
I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the tide spawned. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Phidias!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage.
'Cause it's finally time.
A truly moving scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit.
Guess it's finally time to see you off, Okay, why the heck is my screen glitching?
A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the
Why
breath
the heck
that could give him life
my
was his alone.
game glitching?
Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty, well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Renacita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I too await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Renacita. You think you're just walking away?
Ah, my stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald, but since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The harbinger of the dark tide is the anchor of reality of all tidespawn. That means it must be a real existing person. When I was absorbing the tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the dark tide.
Then, why didn't the light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death. That created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Vidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed something.
But what?
The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. Seems like the Order...
I'm so Oh, it's you. Cantarella told me stories about you. She said you're...
Let's...
But you can't save everyone.
Don't go.
Cardiff.
Mortals need salvation. Righteous one.
This world doesn't belong to you, Leviathan. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stand.
Yeah, something happened.
I said, stand down.
But Lady Cantarella...
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before. Will you forget your loyalty to your
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella.
Leviathan is a master at finding the cracks in one's spirit to tear it asunder. Go do what you must. I'll handle.
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape...
Myself and Rico. Mia and Cardathia.
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise. Avidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimon for years. When the waters recede... Rover. You...
Well, that's an interesting. Let's see, how long?
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote. She should be finished now. Time to find her.
This is the family antidote, made to suppress Leviathan's spiritual corruption. As long as we can identify the problem, there's a way to fight back. You carry the Sentinel's power within you. That's keeping the corruption at bay for now. I've learned about Leviathan's current state from Galbrenna. The Thessalias have resisted the Threnodian for a century.
Leviathan needs a harbinger with enough influence to spread its gospel. You're the laureate of Raguna and the hero of heroes in Septimont. That's more than enough to be its first choice. Your path overlaps with Ovidius. The Tidespawn are shaped by the harbinger's thoughts and memories. Neither the Thundering Mephis nor the Phalian Beringal are native to Rinasita. So...
You once said the Harbinger had to be corrupted by the Dark Tide.
I suspect the one corrupted might not...
Abby.
The Dark Tide, huh? I ate some back at the hunting grounds. It tasted kind of funky. It made me super...
Abby must have absorbed many other frequencies. So while the Dark Tide's frequency lay in wait, it was masked by the others. It makes sense. You two share life and energy. As the primary in this bond, your frequency has been overriding Abby's. Leviathan planned for this.
Rover? Did I...
We made a call when it mattered. I asked you to...
I see. Well, I can go hunt.
The real threat is Leviathan. If we want to end...
From what I know, Leviathan manifests its kingdom by flooding Renacita with the Dark Tide. That's how it turns the real world into the... But we've already secured Raguna and Septimont. The Fabricatorium and the hunting grounds are both stable.
Everything you've done has slowed down or maybe even sealed off some of its pathways. This so-called divinity is more devious than humanity realizes. The paradise you saw is not of this world. Matriarch of Physalia, you have guarded this truth for...
I couldn't see the truth until the Threnodians' whispers finally quieted. Only then did those ancient records, once twisted beyond recognition. Leviathan was born from the shadows in our hearts, from our longing to connect and belong. It took the shape of a sea creature, because nothing frightens us more than the deep. It used faith to spread a spiritual plague. All the while, it has been feeding on our pains. Our ancestors believed Leviathan survived by absorbing these emotions. Little by little, it burrowed. They said the Dark Tide is that subconscious made real. An ocean of shared trauma. That's why they called Leviathan the Master of the Deep.
I heard them. All those voices in the Dark Tide.
The stronger the conflict, the deeper the emotion it stirs. That's what shapes our memories and subconscious. That's why the playwright kept forcing Rinasita into conflict. Every tragedy, every struggle, it wasn't random. It was all to keep feeding Leviathan. The end times are drawing near. The Ragunesi cling to hopes of a blissful afterlife. Septimontians have long believed in another world that big Leviathan may have drawn from these subconscious beliefs, aligning with those desires to fabricate a false future and afterlife within the Dark Tide. The illusion of the journeying paradise.
If that's true, once the people's belief in the end times reaches its zenith, their consciousness will align entirely with Leviathan's.
Its power of assimilation will grow stronger, until the line between imagination and reality vanishes. The journeying paradise will descend upon the world. When it does, every soul in Rinasita will be unified under its control. No thoughts, no will, just blind devotion. No different from the Tidespawn. You saw it in the illusion. It cast aside the Sentinel's form and took on Cartetius. Leviathan is still watching the real world. Because of the mark of the Dark Tide, it can read your thoughts. So for now, but you must have sensed it by now. Your connection with Rinasita runs deeper than I. You're not just the harbinger of despair. So go. gather every last flicker of it. This is a hunt, yes. But it's also more than that. It's a war of spirit, of light. To take Leviathan down, our belief has to be unshakable. If there's doubt in your heart, then for now, the dark tide in Raguna is under control. And I think I figured out what it plans to do next. Before the bells of Paradise ring, I'll buy you time. Just like the playwright said. When the moment comes, everything, fiction and reality, past and future, will converge there.
And that's the next part. I'm currently gonna talk with Cantora first. With that, I'll end this video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. See you next time, bye, hopefully it ends next video.